There are secrets about McDonald's that you probably don't know. Behind that famous brand of hamburgers, fries, and fun toys, there are hidden stories that almost nobody knows. What happens in restaurant kitchens that they don't show everyone? How was this fast food chain actually created? And is there a special reason for choosing the places where restaurants are built? Today, we are going to reveal this and other curiosities about one of the largest fast food chains in the world. After this journey through its secrets, you'll never see this fast food chain the same way again. Let's go. It all started in 1937 when brothers Richard and Maurice McDonald opened a hot dog stand in Arcadia, California. 3 years later, in 1940, they moved to San Bernardino, California, and opened the brand's first restaurant. The menu had 25 items, but the hamburger was one of the most popular. Even the hamburger cost 15 cents. Back then, orders were already delivered to cars, but with a twist. Waiters on roller skates brought the orders to customers. It was so successful that it quickly became a trend in other places too. The restaurant closed for a few months for a good reason. Dick and Mac realized that most of their profits came from burgers. So they switched the entire menu to focus on burgers. 8 years later, in 1948, the brothers decided to simplify the menu and focus on producing the sandwiches quickly and affordably. They set up an assembly line system where each worker had a specific role. In this way, they managed to cut down customer waiting time and snack costs. Burgers were then priced at just 15 cents, while competitors charged 30. However, between 1954 and 1955, something happened that drastically changed the two McDonald brothers' fate. That was when Ray Kroc, a milkshake machine salesman, arrived, impressed by the number of orders the brothers were placing. In 1954, he suggested to the brothers the idea of expanding their restaurant through franchising to other cities. They agreed, and Kroc became the brand's first franchisee. He opened his first store in 1955. It was in this store that the famous Golden Arch logo came about, inspired by the architecture of the brothers' original restaurant. Another symbol that emerged during this time was the clown Ronald McDonald, created in 1963. He was a main character in an advertising campaign aimed at children. The clown became so popular that he became the official mascot of the chain and appeared in several brand products and events. Starting in the 1960s, Ray Kroc had the idea to expand McDonald's nationally through franchising, but the brothers were more traditional and didn't have as much ambition. They just wanted to get $1 million before turning 50 and leave the stores to the employees who had been with them from the start. To spoil Ray's plans, the brothers agreed to sell their store for $2.5 million and receive 0.5% of the profits. Ryan negotiated the price but accepted the offer. The agreement was sealed with just a handshake, which turned out to be a huge mistake by the brothers. Ryan didn't hold his end of the bargain and didn't pay the brothers. He kept diving deeper and deeper into the business and eventually phased Richard and Maurice McDonald out of the company, including the right to use the very brand they created. So, the McDonald's brand was registered, but it no longer belonged to the brothers Richard and Maurice, even though it bore their last name. After the coup, the brothers continued with their restaurant, which they renamed the Big M, a reference to the Big M in its construction. But their story didn't end there. Ray Kroc opened a McDonald's franchise right across the street from their restaurant, which forced them to close their doors a few years later. About Ray Kroc's new leadership, what can't be denied is that he transformed McDonald's into a world fast food powerhouse. In 1965, the company went public on the stock exchange, and in 1967 opened its first international branches in Canada and Puerto Rico. By 1971, McDonald's was present in more than 20 countries. The secret to McDonald's success was its ability to produce standardized, tasty, and inexpensive snacks on a large scale. McDonald's production system was inspired by factory assembly lines where each employee had a specific and repetitive role. Ingredients were pre-processed and frozen, and snacks were assembled in seconds. The menu has also diversified over the years with new items that have become brand classics. In 1967, the Big Mac was launched, a sandwich with 2 burgers, lettuce, cheese, onion, pickles, and a special sauce. In 1968, it was the McChicken's turn, a breaded chicken sandwich with mayonnaise and lettuce. In 1979, the Cheese Quarter and the famous Happy Meal emerged. In 1979, a children's combo with a sandwich, a fry, a drink, and a toy. Despite the success and popularity of McDonald's, the chain has also faced many criticisms and controversies throughout history. One of the main accusations is that its food is harmful to the health of its consumers because they're rich in fat, salt, sugar, and calories. Several scientific studies have already tied regular fast food consumption to a rise in obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, and cardiovascular diseases globally. Moreover, McDonald's has faced numerous lawsuits brought forth by unhappy or harmed customers. Regardless of criticism and controversy, McDonald's maintains its position as one of the most well-liked and frequently consumed brands across the globe. The chain adapts to the diverse tastes and customs of the countries they're in, serving a range of exclusive menus. Are you aware that there are certain special features of McDonald's menus around the world? In India, for instance, where the majority of people don't eat beef for religious reasons, the burgers are made from chicken or vegetables. Additionally, the outlets are split into 2 sections, vegetarian and non-vegetarian. In Germany, where beer is a favorite drink, there is an option at McDonald's to order a McBeer with your meal. Beer is served in disposable cups at a reasonable price. In China, where rice is a staple food, McDonald's serves dishes with rice and chicken. McDonald's also has unusual branches around the world. One of those is in New Mexico, in the United States, famous for supposed UFO sightings. The restaurant is shaped like a flying saucer and has an alien-themed decor. Another interesting branch is in New Zealand inside a decommissioned plane from the New Zealand airline. Customers can eat inside the cabin or cockpit of the plane. Now tell me, do you know any other interesting facts about McDonald's that weren't mentioned here in the video? Well, thank you for staying until the end and until the next video here on the Why Is That channel.